Are you all this morning? Have you had the most amazing weekend? Have you done loads of work? Have you done loads of play? Just just land, because today is another day. Not sure what way that light's gone, but anyway. So today is another day, so just arrive, land, and just take a sigh out. And see what it feels like to be in your body this morning. Notice, depending on what your day is bringing, for some people there may be work, some people there may not be work. For some people, work might be a little bit more challenging than normal. Some people may be looking at figuring out how they're going to get back. Some people may be dying to get out of the house and at least just go for a cup of coffee. Notice what's going on for you and what's going on for you in terms of when you think forward to today or you think back on yesterday, and just see how it feels. And then see, can you let that go and just be present with this moment? So if there's one or two things that you need to remember that are important, that you want to make sure you do today or that you look after today, make it a little post-it. Sometimes, have this imagine yourself writing it down. Don't forget to feed the dog, and put it in your mind wherever it is that you can see it so you won't forget it. So it might be as you walk into the kitchen, big post-it on it, don't forget to feed the dog, so that whenever you leave here and you go into that space, you go, oh, there's the post-it that I mentally placed. So if there is anything particular that you're going, oh, I need to remember, write it down and stick it somewhere that you can't forget, that you will see it. This is all in your imagination. You don't need to leave and go running around writing post-its. And then just take a breath in and sigh everything out. Because you know what? If it's important, it'll come back. And if it doesn't come back, well, then maybe it wasn't important. Then just be with your breath. And see, can you feel, today we're going to play a little, our playtime is going to be in twists. So as you breathe in, let's see if we can find the different parts of your body. So can you find, as you breathe in, can you bring the breath to your belly? The next time you breathe in, can you find it and bring it the whole way to your pelvic floor? And can you exhale by contracting the pelvic floor, contracting the belly? On the inhale, you let go completely. There's no effort in the inhale. So you contract on the exhale and totally release on the inhale. Often our difficulty is not able to relax the muscles as well as relax our mind and everything else. So see, when you take a breath in, can that be just totally surrender? On the next exhale, can you find your pelvic floor, your transverse abs? Can you also find your lats at the side of your body? Can you feel them? Can you feel your ribs? Bring all of that in a little bit. And then when you're exhaling, when you're inhaling, can you receive breath into all of the areas you've just expanded and contracted from? So expanding into the pelvic floor, into the abs, into your belly, and also into your intercostals, into the side of your ribs. And just doing that one more time, really consciously seeing if you can feel your way into, sense your way, experiment, feel your way into the different areas of your body. And then let go of the practice and simply allow your body breathe itself. A breath or two. Notice, does it feel any freer? Does it feel any easier? And today from the seated position, we're going to just do into neck and shoulders a little bit. So taking your shoulders, just land your shoulders where they are, then bring your shoulders up towards your ears And then release them down. Is that a little bit more? Bring your shoulders down as far as they can come. And just let them come back. Bring your shoulders behind you. Shrug your shoulders back behind you. And then release. I should have done this one first, rounding them towards each other. Rounding, so rounding your back. And then release. And just notice as that freed up a little bit of your neck. One more time, shrugging your shoulders up towards your ears. Shrug them up as tight as much as you can. And then just let them come down. I don't know about in your body, but man, I can feel more freedom there now. We'll come forward the next one because that's often where we are into this, like on a computer position, into this round position. And then open it up, let it back. And maybe pause at that. If you want to go in any particular direction again, do that. Otherwise, let's come to standing. And so again, once you come to standing, have a little wriggle, have a little release, have a little play. And see what feels nice for you in your body. What do you want to play with today? You want to play with pathways of weight. If you're playing with pathways of weight, see, can you lean into one area and let that rebound happen? You want to play with flow. See, can you find flow? Just start moving and see where your body takes you. And if there's somewhere that you go to that's like, oh, that's a little bit, then just come out of it and ease into it. Go with the movement that your body wants first, and then open up. So rather than if you find yourself in the rolled shoulders forward, then you fix that. Instead, kind of release into where your body is going, and from that place, open a little bit more. See where is it for you that you want to be and play. And then whenever you're ready, so you don't have to be coming now, you can stay playing for another few minutes and then join us. Whenever you're ready, we're going to come to the front of the mat. On the mat, feet. It's all about being grounded. It's not all about being grounded, but a lot is about being grounded. So check out the feet, have a little roll, release through the feet. Check out the arches, how are they doing? Mobility and stability. Same for the other foot. Sometimes I get frustrated. I'm like, let me just get on with the yoga. Let me do the movement. Let me move. But this business with the feet pays massive dividends. It affects your entire structure. And so once you've found release in your feet and ankles, toes, all across, you've got toes, you've got the ball of the foot, with the arch, you've got the heels, a couple of arches actually. But once you kind of feel that you've got a little bit of movement going and everything, then let's look for the stability. The stability is connecting your foot to the ground, getting as much surface area on the ground as possible. So spreading the toes, feeling the ball of the foot, feeling the heel, feeling the arches or axes. That's where your rebound comes from. And from here, then coming from your feet through your legs, coming up toward and finding neutral. From neutral, when you're ready, you breathe in, you come a little bit tall. So then as you exhale, you can round a little bit. Turn. Each of these poses is your first one in it today. So if you want to take a little longer, then take it and play. Inhaling, you're opening. You may well be already there, but I'll play. Opening, seeing what it's like. Do you want to do your back arch yet? Or are you still at the opening up to the heavens? You want to come onto your toes. What's that like? Let's stay. And then exhaling, coming down, rolling in a little bit more. We're going to go up a little bit again. Rolling a little bit more, a little bit curving in my back. I don't know about yours. So when I'm ready to inhale, come on to the feet, through the legs, through the calves, through the spine, up into the shoulders. I'm coming onto my toes. And now I'm ready to open up coming back into a back arch. Exhaling, coming down. Maybe stay on your toes, maybe not. And then heels to the ground, and we're coming into flat back from here. So heels to the ground, through the backs of the legs, and coming into flat back. I'm going to walk my legs out in this position because it's the first thing in my morning. Long neck. And then when we're ready, from here into a full squat. Check out how the squat is for you today. And then I'm coming into my lunge. So we played a lot of lunges last week. But this week, this is your option to play. We've got two, this is on one side and do the other side. So if there's anything you want to bring in from last week, do that. So on your knee or off. The stage, static or moving. This is your morning practice because you can continue this when all of our lives go back to whatever chaos and mayhem that used to be there. You can continue this practice. So from the back foot, stepping forward. From your forward fold, bend the knees, and come on up. Come back. Good prayer. On an inhale, come tall. So on an exhale, you can roll. So on an inhale, you can open. We're going to do 2 times each. Opening. Exhale, curling a little bit more. We're going to go back up again. Inhaling, opening. So everything that curls, find the reverse of it as it all opens, and maybe back. Exhaling, coming on down. The whole way into your squat. How's the flow? And you go continually in the movement. From the squat through to the back, the flat back. From the flat back into the squat. Remember, if you need a pause at any place or want to play and explore any place, do that and then catch up with us. Then into your lunge on the other side. Once more, this is the only play lunge we've got this week, so pick whatever it is that you want out of it. With hands, no hands. On the knee, not on the knee. If you want to come into like a stretchy one, not that we stretch, but a lengthening one, do that. A static lengthening one, do that. And then when you're ready, from the back foot, weight into the back foot so that your power, find that personal power, comes from stability through mobility. And I forgot what we're doing. Oh yeah, we're coming back up again. We're not going back. And coming back up. And back to her. Next time we're going to be going into our plank. Releasing down, releasing everything. Let's have a little wiggle. From the wiggle, come to the stability, to the stable, to the still. From wiggle to still. From still, breathing in, you come tall. Exhaling, roll a little bit. We're going to go down and back at once. Inhaling, opening up. This is the only one this time. Releasing. Exhaling, coming back down. We're going straight to flat back. From flat back, we come into our squat. And from our squat, this time back straight into plank. So, hands stable on the ground. Right leg back. Left leg to meet it. Let's see how you are. Do you want to stay in plank for a second? Do you want to come onto your knees? And then everybody onto knees. And lay your body down. 8-point pose or laying your body down. Length. Then height. Only a little bit of height. Exhaling. And then choose. What we were doing last week was we were continuing on up into table or come back onto your belly, whichever you prefer. Heels back towards your heels into hair, and from hair into dog. Gotta love dog. Playing with dog.
Easing into it. One side, then the other side. Then taking both knees together, slightly bent, and taking the bum back. From there, stepping forward with one leg, meeting with the other, through your squat or your chair, back out if you like, and to prayer. Notice how your body is. Notice how your temperature risen. Has your heartbeat risen? What about your breath? We're looking to build heat from the inside out, so you're not looking to lose your breath. When you're ready, let's go again. If you find your breath laboring, just do slightly less. Take a breath in, exhale. Next inhale, come tall. Next exhale, roll forward. Inhale, work with your breath pace, not with mine. Inhale, expanding, reaching, and if you want to include a back arch. Exhaling, coming down, breathe in as you come down. And so you're ready to inhale as you come to flat back. Exhaling, coming through your squat into your plank. And then maybe a slight pause of breath in plank if you want to pause in plank. So then you're exhaling as you come down. Untuck your toes, come long, 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 long as you inhale. Forward. Exhale. Making your way through table, through hair, and bringing yourself to dog. Forward. Pausing and playing in dog. Or being stable and stationary. Noticing shoulders, neck. Hamstrings and calves are probably already talking to your glutes, but seeking to quieten them and find other sensations in your body. Explore what's happening with your hands. And then, whenever you're ready, we're going to come onto our backs for twists. So find your way. You can come to standing and come seated. I'm still playing with this. This is where I cross my legs. From dog. Come to my butt. It's getting a little bit smoother. Not much. And then we're going to play with twists. So if you know the straight-legged twist, then just come into a straight-legged, one straight-legged twist. If not, you want to watch me for a second, have a little look. Just tilt it down a bit so you've got a view. I just want to give you a slightly stronger twist that you might want to play with. So you go onto flat onto your back and bending up one knee, arms out to a T. So the right leg is straight, the left leg is bent, and so the left leg is going to come over. And that is quite a strong twist. You can hold the left leg with the right hand, and you're going to look the opposite side. Now that's a strong twist, so it might be easier to come into a two-knee twist first. And then after a while, you love to straighten out that bottom leg. See what it feels like. Experiment with it. Beautiful. Allowing yourself time, so we're still on the same side. Allowing yourself time, feel your way into that twist. And if there's any adjustment you want to make on this side, make that adjustment now.
Then very carefully bring the knee back to center, rolling your head back in the opposite direction. So you're now in line. Take a moment in line, either with your legs straight or with both legs bent, whichever way, but symmetric. And notice how that is. And then let's go on the other side. So it's first thing in the morning. So if you want to take both knees over for a second and see what it's like with both knees and start to bring your back into this. This is a strong pose. So ease your way into it. And see as you do that, can you allow like a twist the whole way through the spine? Well, it's not the whole way through because your pelvis is obviously, there's no twisting in your pelvis, but notice, can you take a little bit of movement in a lot of places? You're looking for a little bit of movement in a lot of places. And if you find that most of your movement is happening up around the thoracic area, well, that's where most of your movement will be happening. But even there, is it just at where the rib cage rotates, or can you get a tiny bit of movement through all the ribs? A little bit of movement in a lot of places. You want to make it stronger, go to the stronger part now. And then in your own time, whenever you're ready, bringing that knee back to center, hugging both knees in together, and have a little rock and roll. Ease it out, rock from side to side, rock forward and back. You want to then place both feet flat on the ground and have a little arch and flatten. You want to really just play into the spine. We're looking to get mobility, and not at the cost of stability though. So we're looking for functional mobility. We're not looking to move in a way that's not useful. Take a moment of pause, check in. And then in your own time, whenever you're ready, rolling around onto your side, using your hands to push yourself up, or if you feel like it, rocking up to sitting, whichever way suits you. And bring yourself to seated. And as always, comfort is king here. Comfort is king. So take your support, take the blocks or whatever you have, cushions under your knees, take something for your spine. Find length. Find length, and then come back to your breath. The breath is such a fantastic anchor. And so use this breath, feel the breath through the body. So there's loads and loads of ways of meditating or doing pranayama. If you want to just sit in silence, just do that and let my voice just disappear. If you want to play with the breath today, I'm going to offer you Ferris wheel breath. And so the imagination is that as you inhale, the breath is passing the top of your head, coming down your spine. And as you're exhaling, it's coming out through the belly. And so this spiral, this circle, it's not a spiral, well it is a spiral, but this circle is created, okay, technically it's more like an oval, but through the spine, the back of the body, through the pelvic floor and back of the front. And so breathing in, breathing out, feel the breath go around the entire torso. When I do this, it feels for me like my breath is almost coming in through my belly. So that's cool too. If what feels more natural for you is for it to come up through your spine and down through your front body, that's cool too. So find that natural rhythm. I suspect your Ferris wheel will probably pause at the top of the breath and maybe even at the bottom of the breath. And that is perfect. At some point, your focus on the breath will just fade and go. Let that. That is fine. That is more than fine. That's perfect. If, however, you find yourself wandering and getting caught in thoughts, then just use the breath to bring yourself back. Allowing the practice fall away and simply being. Our thought for the day: don't take anything personally. Release self-judgment. Even the opinions you have about yourself are not necessarily true. In fact, they probably are very much not true. Therefore, you don't need to take whatever you hear in your head personally. As I always say, I think the best thing to do with all those voices in your head is have a light sense of humor about them and poke fun at them. Take them lightly. And so with that in mind, I invite you to have a little wriggle to bring yourself back in whatever way feels good for you. Maybe to touch the earth, maybe to shake, really? And then take a breath in and sigh it out, using the breath once more to transition. I'm always on about transitions, transitions, transitions. And so we take our hands together. We offer to ourselves, to each other, to all the people watching this in the replay, our families in the wider world, we offer peace. Om Shanti. Peace.